Hello, Outdoors Inspired. I see my chat box isn't working on the right here. Not sure why not. I might just have to deal with it. Hello, Jason. Hey, smelling roses? We're getting a good little crowd here. Trying to see why my chat box isn't working on the screen. Oh, I'll have to test it later on. Yeah, I thought it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was supposed to be Tuesday. And I delayed it to Thursday because I ended up catching another nasty cold. Hello, Peter. Yeah, just a boring Thursday night. It's cold up here. It did get warm yesterday. It got into the 40s. But today it's about 30 for a high. Sitting around waiting. Yeah, probably been waiting since Tuesday. And my video might be getting some pauses again too, I see. Okay, I'm not sure. I might have to end the stream early if I got trouble with this. Yeah, I'm not sure why I had a low video output. Hey, hello guys. Okay, let's see. Still getting a little low video output here. You guys having troubles with the video at all? And audio? Yeah, I had a new piece of gear I was going to show here. Okay, see and hear me fine? Alright, we'll give her a try then. Oh, one of my new pieces of gear I was going to show. This is my new Underquilt. Picked it up for about, I think it's around $80 or $90. They rate it for 40 degrees. And it's made in the US. I think it was made in Florida by macgear.com. So it's something I purchased off eBay. It's 80% down. I think it weighs around 15 or 16 ounces. It's a full length. So that's something I'm going to try this year. Be a lot lighter than carrying around a 20-degree quilt all the time. That's one of my new items. Okay, how's the video right now? Looks like it's still going okay. Okay, audio is still good. Alright. Not sure why the chat box didn't work. It should have. Alright, we'll continue on here. I also have a possible unboxing I can do tonight from Blue Collar Backcountry. So if you guys are curious to see what he sent me, it's his 1000th subscription giveaway. So I can do that live tonight if you want. And I was going to also go over some backpacking food. Some of the newer items. Actually, I used this. We tried it in Pictured Rocks when we met at Adventure Archives. It's fettuccine alfredo with chicken. It's a really good meal. So we bought another one for this year. And we're thinking about going to Red River Gorge in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And here's a Mountain House meal I found. Chicken and mashed potatoes. So I never tried that before. It'd be something new. And spaghetti from Mountain House. So that's just a couple of the new items. Peter says open it. Alright, well let's go see what Tony has in the box. As you can tell, I've never opened it yet. Actually, he sent this around December 1st. And I've been just waiting to do some kind of a live video. So everybody can see it. Better make sure I don't cut into anything. Be a little bit careful. Okay, and you've got a letter here, some kind of a note. Oh yeah, a couple of stickers. And then a letter from Tony. Hey Tim, I see you're on. Yeah, he sees my mountain houses. Alright, let's see what he's all got here. Some cook pots. It looks like MSR. This looks like some, might be dry sacks or something here. Yeah, dry sacks. Yeah, first aid kit. No, I don't only just backpack. I've done a lot of bushcrafting in the past too. I actually had a channel at one time, but I ended up deleting it and I just wanted to do backpacking only. Yeah, it's like Christmas. And I think this is a tarp, if I remember right. Then we got oh yeah, it's a Swiss Army knife. That's what I thought it was. I actually don't have one of those. And there's something else in here. Yeah, Tony definitely gave a lot of gifts for the give. I usually don't enter giveaways too often. Oh, I know, that's amazing. Smelling Roses comment there. I was surprised at how much Tony gave for this. Here's another cook pot. Wow. It looks like a 5x7 tarp. And there's an MSR stove in here. So it'd be a canister stove it would be for. Yeah, Tim, I'm surprised too at this giveaway. Yeah, and this was his main prize. Now, I want to get some others to go backpacking with me someday. It's nice to have another backpack. This is a Gregory. And I think it's a 58 liter. So it'll be perfect for a beginner. I see I'm getting some video pauses again. So I'm going to have to try to figure out what the problem is. How's audio right now? Are we just having video trouble? Hi, Mike. Yeah, my live stream was working better last week. I'm not sure why it's got a video output low. I'm gonna have to do some more testing. I thought all my testing went good during this week when I was doing it, but something's wrong. Yeah. Okay, Tim, so it's overall fine? Alright. Audio's all good? Well, that's good to know. I wasn't sure if I just should stop the stream or not, but if you guys can hear and at least see most of the video, that's the main thing. Oh, I also have a new Instagram page. Actually, I started a page probably a few months ago. It's uptrail71. And I just finally posted a few pictures on it last night. So you can check that out if you want. And one of the most common questions I get is, how did I come up with the name uptrail71? People are always, Adventure Archives are kind of surprised too. The UP was for Upper Peninsula of Michigan, trails for hiking, you know, and 71 is a year. So that's how I came up with that. And I think that pretty much covers what I wanted to talk about tonight. And Tim, don't stop. Yeah, no, it's still streaming. Okay, Smelling Roses is checking it out now. Yeah, I think I posted about 19 pictures. Yes, I got Tim Watson in the picture in there again. I don't know how many times I've used his picture. Okay, yeah, I see Smelling Roses says now follow me on Instagram. Just got a notification. Any trips planned in near future from still? Yeah, we're planning on going to Kentucky here in about maybe 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, not really sure. Red River Gorge, one of our favorite areas to go. So that's our earliest trip planned. In May, we wanted to go to the Manistee River Trail, but sounds like the loop will be closed for most of the summer, starting April 2nd. So Manistee River Trail probably most likely won't open again until end of September, something like that, because they're redoing an auto bridge, and that's part of the trail loop. How's the weather up there? Yeah, our weather is it was warm yesterday. We had a couple of warm days. We had some rain, changed back to snow. We still have snow on the ground. Got up to about 30 today. And nighttime low in the teens. Let's see, Tim, what's your favorite trail you hiked? I still like Rainbow Falls Trail in Smoky Mountains. I think that's actually the first real mountain I ever climbed. It's just, that was probably I'd have to say it was my favorite. Hey, Jason. Oh yes, they're getting bombed with snow in Detroit. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have the comments working tonight on the chat. It should be up on the screen working. I'm not sure what happened there. It says the video is unavailable. I tried going back, but nothing I can do. I'll have to ask Tim. He should be an expert on this by now. What places to camp and hike on? Oh, I'd love to go to Florida, believe it or not. I got to keep that on my list. Or even Ozark Mountains down there. I think that'd be a cool area. Colorado, we almost went to last year, but thanks to Smelling Roses, he talked me into going to Virginia, and we loved Virginia. Yeah, Manistee River Trail. I checked with the DNR, and they said as of now, there'll be no way to cross the bridge by foot. So as of now, the loop will not be possible. Where in Florida, I really don't know. I always see Hike and Mike's videos. I think it'd be so cool to go hike around that area. Patrick Mitchell is asking. Tim, what's the funniest or scariest animal encounters you've had on a trail? Not actually. I hiked a dog at night all the time. A few years ago, I was hiking a dog. I was walking at night in the dark. Usually I don't take a flashlight with. I like to hike in the dark, believe it or not. And I walked very close to a wolf. So that was a close call. And then another time I walked outside. We used to have a satellite dish. We have to crank it to turn it a little bit to get to a different satellite. I walked right up to a bear, and I could almost touch the bear. I was that close. The bear ran in the opposite direction just as fast as I ran back to the house. Oh yeah. Yeah, Smelling Roses. Yeah, he twisted my arm with all his videos. He has so many good videos out in Virginia that really helped us plan for our trip. Oh yeah, Hocking Hills. Yes, that's an awesome area. I learned about Hocking Hills from Tim Watson. He had so many awesome videos. Excellent channel. Favorite piece of gear? Okay, Peter Coconut. You remember when you first started your channel? You've come a long ways in improving your gear. What's your favorite piece of gear then and now? Wow. Favorite piece of gear back then? I'm not really sure what it would have been because it changed so much. I mean, I like my backpack. My older backpacks were nice. I mean, I actually had old Alice packs at one time, but everything was so heavy back then. Favorite piece of gear now? I still like my stove setup, 4 ounce only. And that was my biggest improvement over the last 2 years. Those 2 crazy encounters, yeah. That's the 2 I can think of right offhand. Yeah, Mike, yeah, that was some crazy ones. Still seeing a bear in Michigan? Yeah, we see bear, at least a few every year up here. I've never seen one at Pictured Rocks yet. I have seen bear at Porcupine Mountains. Have I ever? Oh yes, alcohol stoves. Smelling Roses is asking if I've ever been able to use alcohol stove setups. Yes, I like the Fancy Feast alcohol stove. Losing my voice a little bit. Should have some water. Yeah, the Fancy Feast alcohol stove works great. I used it, let's see, last year in the Manistee River Trail. I used it once on that, at least once. And then I used it on a fall trip before that. But usually I like the Esbit cubes best, or the fuel cubes. It's just easier to, I don't know, it's just a lot easier to me. You don't have to worry about any spilling or nothing like that. It works excellent. Okay, let's see here. Mark has not seen a bear hiking in Michigan. Yeah, I've only seen a few hiking. I usually just, you'll see them along the highways or, yeah, as far as backpacking, I haven't seen them very often, only a few times. What rain fly do I recommend? Yeah, I don't use a tent. If you're talking about tent, Toots 420 is asking. I mean, for a hammock tarp, I use the edge tarp from War Bonnet. Let's see, Patrick Mitchell, got any advice for someone wanting to backpack the Porkies? Oh, there's some challenging sections in the Porkies. So, there's plenty of loops. So you can go an 8-10 mile loop or 20 miles. This year I'm going to do a figure 8 type loop. It'll be 35 miles. And there's a lot of wet areas. So you have to be prepared for mud and wet, especially along Lake Superior area. So that's a couple things. It might have a couple small river crossings too. They're usually not too deep, knee deep, something like that. Hey Willie. Willie's Adventures. Bears are making a comeback here in North Carolina. Okay. Hammock tarp, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Tim Watson just did a review on a tarp from War Bonnet. Tim, you're still in the chat? That one that has the partial doors on it? Yeah, I can't remember what that one was called. But that looks like a neat one I wouldn't mind trying out, and it's still lightweight. How's the video doing? Is it pausing a lot again? Yes, you can check out penny pinchers or any of those for decent quality tarps. Oh yeah, there's Tim's got the mini fly from War Bonnet. Yeah, just reading some from Hike with Mike here for the bear. Okay, minor pauses still. Yeah, I still don't understand why it's doing this. It was working perfect my last test. Just did that a little while ago. Yeah, I had another question for everybody. I was just watching Tim Watson's live stream last night, and talking about the future of hammocks. What do you think it'll be like 10 years from now? And you know, like Tim was talking about maybe different fabrics and stuff like that. What do you think about rules 10 years from now? Do you think there'll be a lot more changes? Parks, you know, with more restrictions or banning hammocks? That's one of my concerns. How are the bugs in the porkies? I found that bugs are a lot worse in like May and June. July, you know, I'd say August, September, October. October, there's very few up there. That's my favorite time to go. Same thing with the pictured rocks. October is by far the best time. Hi, Sean. Yeah, I need to give hammocks a shot. Yes, it is a game changer for us. We still use tents for rare, but sometimes we do, and the hammock is 10 times more comfortable. Yeah, Tim Watson here. I think we might see some regs for wider straps, and I see that could happen. Hopefully no outright bans. Now, I know up by Marquette, Michigan here, they banned hammocks altogether in their park areas up there. Yeah, smelling roses. That's funny. Yeah, hammock poles at campsites. Yeah, that would be an option too in the future. Because Toots 420 asked, "You ever hike Superior Hiking Trail?" No, I have not. That's been on our list for the last 2 years now. We just wanted to do a section there. I even talked to Shug about it. Shug recommended an area for me. So I want to do a section there. I'm hoping to do it this year. So that's another one on my list. Yeah, one thing about the hammocks in the future, I think we'll see wider straps. And I've heard some talk about maybe having some kind of foam in between there too. Because in a time, I've seen, I'd say over the last 5 years, it's amazing how many hammocks you see out there now. 5 years ago, very few, is rare. And now I see about half and half tents and hammocks comparing. And it's amazing how much the traffic is, like at Pictured Rocks. 5 years ago, I'd say it's at least tripled how much more camping and hikers you see out there, which is good, but it's getting used a lot more at parks. Any YouTube crossover plans this year? Meetups? Not sure yet. Hopefully. Yeah, I talked to Tim Watson about a meetup I don't know how many times, and I always cancel out on him for some crazy reason. I think he's gonna give up on me sooner or later. No, we will meet. We have talked about it. I know 39 Camper wants to come up here and meet me, and Josh I know talked about coming back up here to Pictured Rocks, the one that hikes with Tim. Okay, Mark is doing a trip to Colorado, end of April for a hike. Worried you might have to use, yeah, you may have to use a tent. I think Tim Watson, there's a 4-pass loop he did. He used his hammock for the entire trip, and Syntax77 also used a hammock only. If I remember, you're talking about the 4-pass loop is called. Texas hike Alex, yes. Smell Roses says he wants to come to UP. Yes, Tim, we did meet up once. It was just very quick. And we camped next to each other. I still can't believe we didn't even know it. You can see our hammocks in a video. Yeah, and Mark, he's talking about going to Colorado end of April. You may have some snow around that area. I think Tim, if I remember right, went in July or August. I mean, he still had snow. Let's see, how many want to chat? Okay, we have 15 on. Oh, Outland likes my post. I'm getting my notifications about Instagram right now. Yeah, wider straps, possibly. Okay, Tim said July is when he went to, what? That was a 4-pass loop, right? Patrick Mitchell, I'm planning on a trip to Pictured Rocks in late June. It's the only time that's open for everyone. Still worth going? I never let bugs stop me. I backpack year-round. Probably just mostly mosquitoes you'll have problems with. And if you get some wind off the lake, that helps too. It keeps the bugs away. Arizona, Toots 420 is going to Sedona. Okay, Arizona in May to hike. I'd love to go to Arizona. I know I've watched videos from that area. Yeah, favorite tarp for hammock camping. That's a good question. I like my edge tarp. I see Jason from Outdoor Adventures has a Cuban fiber tarp with the doors, and I know he loves it. It's expensive, but it's really nice. The one Tim mentioned before, of course I already forgot what he called it, the one from War Bonnet. Okay, I'm just getting some good comments here, reading back and forth to the ones on chat. Oh yeah, mini fly. I don't know what it is. I can never keep that in my head. It's such an easy one to remember, but I just don't. So the mini fly is one that Tim has, and I think he said only weighs maybe 2 ounces more than the edge tarp, 2 or 3 ounces more. So it's worth it to have doors that'll come down about maybe a foot or something like that, maybe 14 inches. The best bug spray is to camp with someone with sweet blood and a oh yeah, swamp camper. Yeah. My chats keep moving on me here. Read a little closer. Okay, you're talking about the Maroon Bells area. Let's see. All right, any other questions? Tim, Bob, what's your next multi-day hike going to be? Well, if we go down to Red River Gorge, we're going to stay there 2 nights. I know that. Our problem is most of the time is our work schedules. And we only get weekends off. And if I travel somewhere, we lose too much time traveling. Like if we go to Smoky Mountains, it's a 15-hour drive. So that's a lot of travel time. So it really shortens up our days that we can stay somewhere. So yeah, most of ours is overnight, most of the time. And if we our plan is to hike the 42.5 mile through hike at Pictured Rocks, and that'll be a 2-night trip. Yeah, anybody ever work on trail maintenance or crew? No, I've never worked on I've donated money to them for a trail cruise. Willie's Adventures asks, are you still liking your newest backpack? I've only tested it a couple times around home, so I really haven't taken it out on any high mileage hikes yet. So if we go to Red River Gorge in 2-3 weeks, it'll get a good test then. Let's see. Okay, I think I just covered everything for tonight. Oh. Stow 18. Okay, he's asked, what hardware do I use for my tarp, Guylines, and Ridgeline? I usually get everything from Dutch's products there. He's got all kinds of good stuff. I got his fleas from Dutch there, and then just his regular lines there. Let's see here. Yeah, River Gorge is amazing. 42-mile hike is great. Love Pictured Rocks, Mark said. Have you been walking around a lot with the Underquilt? No, I haven't been walking around. We still got about a foot of snow on the ground out there. And it's been either cold or windy most of the time. Well, we had a few warmer days here lately, but got turned back to colder, and it's not a very good area for practice hikes. My favorite trail is impossible to hike right now. That loop that's about 10 miles. And that's only about maybe 15 or 20 miles from our house. Do I have a favorite spot in the UP? Pictured Rocks. Yeah, Pictured Rocks is my favorite. Porcupine Mountains is the best area for backpacking because you don't have to reserve any campsites, first come. And plus you can stealth camp if you want. So that's 2 nice things about Porcupine Mountains. The escarpment trails views are awesome there. So you get about 5 or 6 miles of amazing views. Okay guys, I think this is about all for tonight's questions. And okay, Tim's asking a question. When are you gonna through hike the Pictured Rocks trail? I will most likely it'll be right around the end of June. I'm thinking somewhere around that time. I don't have an exact date set, but somewhere around the end of June or maybe a very first week of July. Probably most likely not July because it seems like if it's around 4th of July, it's too busy around there. So more likely end of June. Have I ever been? No, I've never been to Isle Royale. That is it's on my list, but you need to spend at least 5 days there. There's so much to see in that island. An island is about, I'm not sure, 40 miles long, I'm thinking it is. So it's a big island. Yes, I would highly recommend Isle Royale. Okay guys, it was fun talking to you again. St. Brian, hike Picture Rocks twice, awesome, yes. So maybe I'll see you guys in 2 weeks again, or do you want to do it? Yeah, maybe 2 weeks we'll do another live stream. Do you want to do it on Tuesday night, or do you like Thursday night better? What loop near my house? That's a Fiume Lake. Natural something they call it. It's Fiume Lake. There's a 10 about a you can do either a 5 or 10 mile lake around it, or hike around it. Lake. Hey, thanks, Stowe. Yeah. Oh yes, don't forget thumbs up. Hey, good night, guys. Would you like to do a live streams on Thursday works? Yeah, I was thinking Thursday maybe. That was my thought too. Since Adventure Archives did one on a Tuesday, must have been last week, and a whole bunch of us did it at the same time. So maybe Thursday will work good. Should I do it every 2 weeks? Yeah, I think I'll wait 2 weeks this time. So 2 weeks from now I'll have another stream. All right, thanks again, everyone.